Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another week in esports. I'm your host, Lubu, Ultraman, and this is your week in esports, and I've got such great news, Wuthering Heights. I've got such great news for you. It is nothing but Overwatch Day, and it's upbeat, positive news. What year is it? It's the Lord's year 2018. But doesn't matter. I got good Overwatch news. That's what's important. Yay, Overwatch. So the Overwatch League finals happened this past weekend. It was fucking awesome. London Spitfire played against the Philadelphia Fusion in what some have described as revenge for the Revolutionary War. London managed to fly via top turnbuckle elbow and land firmly on top of Philadelphia's skull, crushing their spinal column and destroying the internal organs inside. It was a bloodbath. If you did not watch the matches, it started off heavily contested on the first day, back and forth, although at the end, the tail end, London seemed to really take over and win that match. And so we knew they were going to have a day to go back and get their energy up and power up and try to come up with something, but Philly didn't. They did not. They didn't. They got shit on. London Spitfire absolutely steamrolled the living dog shit out of them on day number 2. It was bad. It was like they had been shot down over the Atlantic Ocean by some sort of airplane from World War II. I don't have an analogy for that, but it seemed very similar to that scenario. It just wasn't good for Philly. Philly could not even muster the soul of Benjamin Franklin to give them a hand in that one. There was no lightning striking twice. London just completely stomped the shit out of them. It was a great match by London. I'm happy for the Spitfire. They did amazing work. And the finals production was fantastic. They had the cool replay feature that they added, which was really good. They had the top-down, like, bird's eye view stuff that was actually really well implemented so that you could see how different ults affected the battlefield, and they just kept really good eye on the players, and they didn't put the screen on Genji or Tracer a lot so that I didn't get motion sickness, which is really good. Thank you for that. But man, it was one-sided. But good on London. First time that England's come together since Brexit was announced, and it's about time. I think that was a really strong showing from them. And, you know, as long as they, you know, maybe if Scotland leaves England, maybe we'll get a Scottish team too, and then they can fight it out, and that would be a cool William Wallace thing as their countries fall apart. But hey, it's America, so the fuck can I say about that? But more awesome Overwatch League news came before the matches started, and that is that Atlanta has an Overwatch team. Atlanta's getting an Overwatch team. That's fantastic. That's the best news I've heard in 24 hours. Great. Atlanta Overwatch team being purchased by Cox Media. Cox Media is an Atlanta-based company. They own such great products as Kelley Blue Book and Autotrader.com, as well as Cox Media. They own a bunch of radio stations and advertising and all sorts of other good stuff. Cox Media is a local, family-owned Atlanta business, and they have purchased for $30 million an Overwatch slot for Atlanta. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to come up with some great Atlanta Overwatch team names, because, you know, that's important. So the first thing we know is that Atlanta is a city about birds. All of our teams are bird named. We have the Hawks and the Falcons and the Thrashers. And we have always had Atlanta bird names because that's just how we are. The city bird is the phoenix. The city animal is the phoenix. And so it just makes sense. And so with Cox Media buying it and the Phoenix being the city bird, I can't see why we wouldn't just call it the Atlanta Flaming Cox. It just makes sense to me. It keeps the bird theme, it adds in the fire, and it just rolls off the tongue. Cox rolls off the tongue. And so you couldn't do better than Flaming Cox in Atlanta. And I think that that's really, it speaks volumes of the city. Other strong team name contenders are the Atlanta Strip Clubs, the Atlanta Waffle House Waitresses, and the Atlanta Chicken Bones I found on the Beltline Street. So if you've got great Atlanta Overwatch League team names, make sure you put them in the comments section, because I want to read them and laugh really hard. Because I'm really excited about an Atlanta team. Part of the contract, to keep in mind, part of the contract is that the Cox Media Group will have to build a arena or stadium for the team down here, and they're expected to start playing in 2019. So we're expecting to see a stadium by the end of 2019. But I'm just really hyped. I mean, I have said before that I wish Atlanta had a team. We need more city pride. More city pride builds more viewership and more strength in viewership. And Overwatch League, even in the finals, you know, could have had more viewers. Like, it was good for Overwatch League. 400,000 is really strong, but like, they need to be hitting that mil mark hard. And I think that they need more strength in regions, because when they built the region system, when they built the city system, they made people who aren't in those cities feel like, I don't have a fucking team. So they need to get on that, and they need to get on quick. It'll be interesting to see who else they're adding. I know that they were scouting 2 European teams and 2 Asian teams. Maybe Atlanta's the only new NA team. We'll see. We'll find out. Either way, really excited. Again, leave your Atlanta team names in the comments. Talk to me about Overwatch League. That's all I got this week. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @chef_LU_BU. That's @cheflubu. If you want to subscribe, like, elbow drop the like button from a smash position from above, 45-degree angle from the Atlantic Ocean onto Philadelphia. Just hit that one right there. Rest in peace, Philly. Great job, London, and I will see you next week for next week's Week in Esports.